morning, everyone. It's Thursday morning, I think. Yes, Thursday. Am I the only one who can't figure out what day it is in summer? Like, seriously, I have no idea half the time. So it's Thursday. It's about 8:30. I just dropped my kiddos off, and I am heading to a half-day DIBELS training. DIBELS is the benchmark assessment we use to assess our students' reading abilities. So part of being an instructional coach in my district is coordinating. Let me get the camera right. I'm sorry, I'm still new at this. Okay, you might fall a couple of times, but we're gonna figure it out. So part of being an instructional coach in my district is coordinating DIBELS, which means getting all the testing done with validity, getting the scores inputted, and then kind of diving into the data, what it tells us, using that data to tier students in our RTI. That's the data we use to tier our students in RTI. So I've worked with DIBELS since I've started teaching in this district, so 7 years. So it's not new to me, but coordinating it will be new. So that will be interesting. Not pressure, what am I trying to say? The responsibility of making sure everybody's been DIBELed, everybody has their scores in, and then looking at those scores and seeing what they tell us, what interventions our students will need, and those kinds of things. So I'm really excited. It's a half-day training. It's like 3 hours. I'm also curious to know what universal screener you guys use in your district to assess students' reading abilities and things of that nature. So if you use something other than DIBELS, why don't you just go ahead and drop it in the comment. Tell me about it, because I really want to know what other people use as their screeners at the beginning of the year. So I am going to be there for about 3 hours, so I'm really excited to see what new learning I can get from this, and I will share it all with you guys when I get done. Okay, so I just left DIBELS training. It was a good little refresher course. So like I said, I've been doing DIBELS since I became a teacher, so I've been familiar with it for 7 years now. But it was interesting to see it through a different lens, and I think that's been like the most interesting thing, switching from like being in the classroom and thinking like from a teacher's perspective to being in this like new role where you're thinking still with that teacher perspective, but then you get like that behind the scenes understanding of processes that maybe you didn't have before, just because you were in the classroom only worried about your own little bubble. So that was cool this morning to kind of see like what goes into inputting all the data and things like that. And then, as with any PD, right, you leave with a list of things that you would like to do, because now you have been reignited, your flame is flickering, and you're trying to figure out how to take this information and use it. So one of the things that really got me thinking, like from a coach's perspective, is the importance that data will play in my role. So becoming familiar with last year's data will be beneficial to me, because when planning for the upcoming year with teachers, I'll have that data in mind to kind of go off of. So one thing that I really want to go back and do is look at last year's data, to kind of start to get an understanding of what students were struggling with reading, what areas of reading students were struggling with. That way, going into the new year, going into planning, this hair's a mess. Going into planning, going into all the things, like I've already got that mindset of where some students are struggling. And I think that is like one of the most important things that I learned last year in coaching, was always being a step ahead and prepared in terms of what you know, and kind of have in your mind of where to go. Because, there was nothing worse than being in one of those planning meetings or something like that, and you're trying to learn it right there with the teachers. So it was always helpful to me to go through whatever it was, data, planning, all the things, and think of it through the teacher's perspective of what I want them to gain from this data, and jot down questions that I would like for them to answer, that I also have, so that when we go through the data together, I already have an idea of what it is I want them to be able to see. Instead of just looking at the data with them, it's more of like a guiding process of where their thought process needs to go. Although that sounds wrong, but I know what I want them to see through it, but how I get them there, through that inquiry-based process, is something that is important. So looking at the data, being familiar with it, understanding what it is that's happening, what it is I'm looking at, what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses, students I really want to highlight when it comes to the beginning of the year, and things like that. So that is now on my list of beginning of the year things, is to kind of dive through that reading data, to dissect it, kind of get an idea of where our instruction can go from here. And just, it also helps too for the teachers, because I always hated walking in and not knowing anything about the students. Like day one was not the time for me to figure out things. Like I wanted to already kind of have some knowledge in my head about students and their strengths and their areas of weakness and things like that. So having these conversations before school starts ensures that from day one, like, we are setting our students up for success in our classrooms, knowing what they struggle with, knowing what their strengths are, and already knowing from day one, who is going to be well with a partner, all of those things. So just being able to do that from the beginning is so beneficial. Good morning, courageous coaches. It's Friday, the 29th, I think, and this officially marks 7 days until I have to be back at work officially. So I'm feeling the crunch because I have a lot to get done in 7 days, but we can do it. So we've woken up, we've gotten some breakfast. The kiddos are eating breakfast right now. My lovely daughter made eggs. She's been watching Master Chef Junior, so she likes to cook in the mornings. So the plan for today is to maybe drop the baby off. We'll see. And if that can happen, then we're gonna go to school. I have a few things I wanna get done today. I want to get my calendar set up in my calendar book. I want to do my teacher welcome goodie bags. I also would like to make my video on how to use Calendly, because a lot of people were interested in hearing more about it, which it's a lifesaver. And then I want to, what? We'll get down. Then I want to finish putting some final touches on my room so that I can record my room tour. So we're hoping to get that done. We're hoping to get that done today, and so I will catch back up with you guys at school. Okay, we have finally dropped off the littlest. We got Bahama Bucks, a little motivation to get through the rest of the day, and now we are headed off to school. So I'll catch you guys when we get there. Okay, so we made it to school, and I've made my power list for things I want to get done for sure today. The first thing on my list is to fill in my calendar with our district's dates all the way through the rest of the year, so that I know they're all in there, just so I know they're all in there. I still use a paper pencil calendar. I'm not big on the techie calendars yet, just because I like to write it, I like to check it off. I just haven't been able to get away from that. So I'm going to show you the calendar that I use for the year, and then I'm going to get to filling it in. Okay, so this is the planner I got. It's just a normal planner from Target. It has a brand, and I didn't even know that when I bought it, it was a teacher planner. But I just like the normal planners with the month and then the big blocks for the day. So I'm going to fill this in with all my district dates that I know of until the end of the school year. Okay, so I finished my calendar. It's all up to date with important dates that I know this far. So the next thing on my power list is to hang up my "Where's the Coach" sign outside of my room. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, so here's my "Where's the Coach" sign. It has my name on it. I just made it in Canva, and then I printed it on a bigger poster. So these are like the common things that I possibly would be doing when somebody comes in my room. But I just want to leave this outside my door. It's kind of big. It's like the size of my arm. With little paper clips, not paper clips, chip clips to show where I'm at. Because a lot of times, you know, somebody will come to your door and you're in a meeting, so it'll kind of tell them. Now, that's being very optimistic that I will actually follow through with this, but hopefully it'll keep me more organized and people understanding where I'm at if I'm not in my room, or if I am in my room, what I'm doing. So like, maybe don't interrupt. So I'm gonna hot glue this to my door and I'll show you after. Okay, so the next thing on my power list is to make QR codes that if teachers come to my room and I'm not here, or if they need to schedule a meeting with me and they think about it like in the middle of class or on their break and they can't get a hold of me, I'm going to make QR codes that they can scan that will take them to a scheduler that will then notify me that they need to meet with me. So the app that I'm going to use is Calendly. I'm going to make a separate video about how to utilize that. There's amazing things that can be done in there, but I'm going to make these QR codes first, put them on my door, and put them in a template to give to teachers. I'm thinking even about making little stickers to put on the back of my ID, because you know, like in the hallway, in the middle of a conversation, and the teacher's like, oh my gosh, I need to meet with you on my break. Well, here, quick, scan this QR code, do this and get back to your room so that we both don't forget, that kind of thing. So I'm going to be making those and printing them. Also curious to know in the comments, drop what scheduling apps you guys use. I know a lot of people use Google. It's got some new features and I checked it out and I like it, but Calendly has some features that Google does not. Like a feedback form that is automatically sent after a coaching session, those kinds of things. So I think that I can utilize that more than just scheduling appointments. So I'm going to be using that. But let me know if you have experience with Calendly or if you use something else down in the comments. I'm curious to know kind of what everybody utilizes for that. Okay, so currently I have two different types of meetings set up in Calendly. One is just like a regular planning meeting. One is like if a teacher wants me to come in and give feedback on a lesson. So those are currently the two that I have that are set up. So I'm going to copy the link to the first one and open everybody uses different QR code generators. I just used the first one. Okay, so I talked about making like a little reference sheet for the teachers to keep in their classroom. So this is what I came up with. So I saved my little thing as a JPEG on Canva, and then I just multiplied it in PowerPoint. I'm gonna cut them out, laminate them so the teachers can get them at our Cupcakes with the Coach in the first 2 weeks of school. That way they always have access to support with me. Okay, so I got all of these cut out, laminated, so they'll be ready for when we do Cupcakes with the Coach. I'm gonna put up my support sign up outside of my room for anybody who comes and misses me or I'm not in my room or whatever. So I'm gonna get that done, and then I'm going to make teacher bags for the first day of school. Okay, so the last thing on my power list is to make teacher gift bags for the first week of school, and I can't decide if I'm going to do it for the first week of school or hand them out at my Cupcakes with the Coach, but I'm gonna think about it. Either way, I need to make them. So this is what I got. Let me show you. Okay, so I already made one, and this is what it ends up looking like. It's got some teacher supplies in it, some little candies, a teacher sticker, and then I got this from Target. It was the paper clip, why do I keep saying paper clips? The clips that had the motivational sayings on them. So you can see these are like the I got these bags from the Dollar Tree. It was $1 for 20 of them. I got this grass from the Dollar Tree. This bag was $1. And these are teacher stickers. They are off of Amazon. I can link them for you in the description. I got 2 bags of candy. These were from the Dollar Tree. They were $1 each. Some double-sided highlighters. I like the colors. They're also from the Dollar Tree. They came in a pack of 5. So it was like $5 for all these. Sticky notes also came from the Dollar Tree, packs of 3 for $1. These are dry erase markers. They came from the Dollar Tree. They were $5 for 24 of them, so I didn't think that was too bad. Some pins from the Dollar Tree. They were in packs of 8 for $1. And then, of course, these came from Target Dollar Spot. The clips that I'm going to use to clip the bag shut. And then, I don't know, I just liked these. I liked the colors. They're little sticky tab notes, and they were each $1. So I think each, overall it cost me about $20 to make the bags, but we only have 20 teachers, so about $1 a bag. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and finish making all the bags, getting them put together. Okay, so I'm headed home. Got everything done on my to-do list. I didn't vlog after I did my teacher bags. That's my bad. I don't know. I got overwhelmed. So, headed home, and it's getting to that point in the year where I'm feeling a little stressed, trying to remember that I cannot do it all and to prioritize. So that's why my power list has become very important to me, because it helps me prioritize what needs to be done. So I feel like I got a lot taken care of today at school. I can't go to school over the weekend, which is a good thing because they're waxing the floors in the main hallway. So going to school is not an option. So that won't be happening. But I have some things that I do want to get done at home that I can get done. So that's where I'm at. So I will catch up with you guys maybe this weekend. Except for binge watch Made and stay in my PJs, and that's okay. Like, I gave myself permission today to do nothing, but it's time to get up and get into gear. My lovely family let me sleep till 11 o'clock. Oh, I shouldn't even admit that on camera, but I slept till 11. I woke up to cinnamon rolls and coffee, sat on the couch for 3 hours, and have decided that maybe it's time to get up and do something with my life. So we are cooking some lunch. I'm cooking fajita, cilantro, lime, taco bowl things. I'll show you that in a second. And I'm going to get some work done. I'm gonna get some work done. I'm launching my product store, so that's exciting. The Caffeinated Coach will have all kinds of coaching merchandise, t-shirts, things of that nature, and I'm gonna show you that later. But for now, let's cook some lunch. Okay, so I am cooking some fajita, taco, cilantro bowl things. So all this is a super quick lunch meal. All this is a pound of ground meat, about a cup of frozen peppers from the frozen section, a can of Rotel, and a half a packet of fajita seasoning mix. And you cook it all down, and I'm letting it cook. And then right here, is in here, I've got boiling water. I'm gonna add this cilantro lime dry mix from Target. Got corn in it. And we're gonna stir that up. And let it cook. Okay, so I also got this lime crema, is that how you say that? Sauce from Target that we're gonna add to the top of our rice fajita bowls. Okay, so I've also been having like this whole moment of like anxious. Wow. So we have 5 days before school starts, and something I have not mentioned either is that I'm currently enrolled in a master's degree program. So I've been torn between doing absolutely nothing and doing absolutely everything. So somebody please tell me where the middle is, because that's how I'm feeling. I need to do so many things around this house. It's a mess. Start getting back into a routine, all the things. I just am feeling, maybe that's why I'm still in my PJs. That's it. Can't handle it. Okay, so something so exciting is that my merchandise shop launched today. It went live. So I've got teaching shirts, all kinds of styles, hoodies, sweaters, designs. I also have a ton of coaching designs. This is my favorite, growth, not gotcha. You could choose all your colors, change the color, change the style. They're different prices. I even have mugs. So cute. Water bottles. I love this. So all kinds of styles. I'll link that in the description if you were looking for some coaching. The stickers are cute. Just all kinds. I like this one too. Courageous coach. So what? Are you excited too? So these are live on my website. You can get it through to it from my Caffeinated Coach website if you follow that. So I linked a new tab up at the top labeled merch, and you can shop my store. So that is so exciting. Are you excited? No. Oh, okay. That's rude. Okay, so it's about 8:50 and everyone is sleeping. So I am going to film my Calendly video to post on my channel. So I'm gonna screen record how to use it or how I use it, and then I will catch back up with you guys after. Okay, so I have my Calendly video all recorded. I'm gonna be uploading that into YouTube sometime tonight and tomorrow. So that'll be it for this weekend's vlog. I hope you at least got a few ideas or encouragement from watching. Next week it'll be pretty busy with going back to school. I need to start planning my first PLC with teachers, so I'll take you through that process. So I hope that you enjoyed hanging out with me this weekend. Make sure that you like and comment, subscribe down at the bottom so you don't miss any